everybody, and welcome to the Har Har Podcast. I'm your host, DorkyDev, and today I am joined by special guest OGCaptainReid. We've got CaverJay and Shriekup.
Hi. What? Was that not a happy entrance for you?
No, that's good. It's fine. Why did that?
I don't know what you.
Yeah, so what do you want now? This is the one time we don't start saying funny things about you as the show enters, and you sigh at us.
Yeah, we didn't. We actually did not talk a single bit of shit about you during the entire.
Yeah.
Did not. Reed is our witness. We actually didn't do it.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything this time.
A little bit.
Actually, no, he's got us. He's got us there. It's almost like we don't know what to talk about.
I was gonna say, I'd rather you talk shit than say nothing. I'm sorry.
Damn. We have such a ways to go in our development, apparently.
Jesus. You decide not to talk shit and you just lose the ability to talk.
Wait, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
I think that's his point. I think that's
Pretty much.
right there.
Thank you all for coming out. Since you are the guest this week, Captain, Mr. Reid.
Hello. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, Captain.
About me, I wouldn't say an avid gamer. I game enough to be knowledgeable. And I think I have the most fun with the roguelikes that are an FPS. It's pretty good. And when I do stream, at the moment it's something like a little bit of just chatting, just a little bit of conversation, or what is it called, like Jackbox games, something like,
Some good games in that, and playing Tetris. You
Oh,
gave me
yeah,
some
sorry,
pointers.
I
You
was-
gave me some pointers on
yeah,
that, and I was
sorry,
just
my
like,
bad.
oh yeah, this is how you can
Tetris
play
Royale?
Tetris. No, he's just
Oh,
regular
when I-
Tetris.
Yeah, just regular Tetris at the moment. But when I get my Switch, yes, we'll be running the Tetris Royale.
Okay,
And
good.
that means I should practice. I have it on my Switch right now.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Because I have actually, out of curiosity, one day, me and my girlfriend I was introducing my girlfriend to Twitch, and in the streaming thing, and she's like, I wonder if anybody ever streams Tetris. I don't know, let's find out. So the fact that I actually know a person now that streams Tetris is one of the most amazing things to me. So thank you so much for streaming Tetris.
You're welcome.
Go.
Yeah. So we met him through the Curly Chris podcast. Since we were on there and he was on there, and it was fun.
What a quinky dink.
What was that? That's cool. Yeah.
It's
So.
almost like you networked, Dev.
Oh.
Hey, I don't see you doing it.
Oh.
I actually did.
No, I can't say that because you did a good.
I opened the door for you on it recently.
Oh, that's true.
That
That's
is
true.
my only contribution to
That's
that.
true.
So far.
You did
And
one.
I
was saying you did
I-
one thing, and we'll talk about that.
I have helped.
once we
I
can.
have done the one thing. We really do. We actually should have talked about that yesterday, and I feel really bad for not. But yeah, at some point we need to talk about
Once we have more information on all of it, we'll talk about it.
that. We have dates.
But
I know dates.
you know dates, okay.
I do know
Dates? Pog.
Yeah. So I do need to change one thing because Jay is a little quiet, so you're gonna see the stuff there. For a second.
Oh, it's the inner
'cause how I had you.
workings.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness! Look at
Now
how
Jay
everything
disappeared.
looks.
What the fuck? Why? Oh, there's Jay.
Hello?
Okay, there we go.
Wait.
Fixed it.
Did you?
There
Okay.
we go.
Yes. I did good.
It's better.
But yeah. So I guess we should say something about it. We are going to be doing a charity event. At some point, or helping with a charity event. So.
I hope to actually help with this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, our last one did pretty well. For those who don't know, we raised $1,000 for Feeding America back in November. So, and I had my hair dyed.
Yeah, and I had to go clean shaven. I don't. wanna
Yeah,
talk
you
about
did.
We
it.
did have to.
I both fondly recall that and loathe it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
laughed
which
at
is
it.
funny because you know, I didn't really have as much of a problem with it as everybody else did. But because
I think
everybody
you
else had a
look
fucking
fine
problem
with
it-
shaving.
Yeah, you look fine.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not entirely sure if I believe either one of you, but thank you.
Why would you? I dyed my hair, Jay. Why would I lie?
Because you dyed your hair.
I'm feeling some animosity here, and I'm not sure from what side.
This
but,
isn't even mommy and daddy fighting. This is
We
like
don't even-
mommy and uncle.
We don't even know. We honestly, I don't think we know what side it's coming from either.
I mean, I'll say this. I like through it all. It turned out I actually can pull off dyed hair, so that was a positive out of it. So
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, next time, just cut your hair even shorter, dye it, and then when it grows out, you'll have frosted tips.
I've already thought about that. Like that's
Okay.
part of potentially of what I'll do. But I have 2 colors saved for special occasions on my personal channel. So those can't be used, but there are other colors of the, spectrum that could be used on my goddamn head. So,
Oh yeah,
outside
there are
of
lots of
orange and
colors.
green splotches on blonde. Which, that did not turn out how we had planned at all. Like,
But it worked.
it worked. That just looked ridiculous. It was funny, like, the entire first week, it was like walking by a mirror and being like, who the fuck are you?
Right. It's
True.
kind of like with me too. Like when I was clean shaven, then kind of go in front of the mirror and I go, "Oh shit, this is still a thing."
Yeah, yours repaired itself, though. Mine took forever. Because I couldn't cut it right away. Because I don't
Trust
do
me,
bald.
it didn't take. It took way too long, according to some people.
Eh.
One person in particular.
Fair,
He
and
was-
she has
he was
overriding.
not thrilled.
She has overriding
was
point.
not thrilled. Not thrilled at all. Like we were. My girlfriend is the reason I grow the beard, dude. And so she was like, "Wow, that looks really good." And so I've kept it ever since. And then, I threw the whole going clean shaven up as a $300 goal because I'm like, well, we're at least gonna make the street work for it, right? And then apparently, that along with every other goal we set gets blown out of the damn water. So
Yeah, we raised
There was
1,200 total
that.
night. We had goals only up until 1,000 because we didn't think we'd pass through 1,000, and I'm sitting here like,
Yeah.
what do we do? This
Our
happened in the
one goal.
first like 4 hours of that stream.
Jeez,
we
that's
went
wild.
from it's okay, we're doing good to damn, we got they got to think of something because I was actually out hanging off the side of a cliff.
Steven was
during
out
that.
with family, and I'm
Yep.
over here
Yeah.
pulling a 24-hour on my own. Not on my own, but like towards the end, it was me losing my mind playing Fallout 76, trying to stay alive on that and Overwatch. Like, awake. Because, Jesus. And yeah, Torn, we are. And Frankie, shut the fuck up.
I'm actually cool with my introduction from Frankie. I'm totally fine with it.
yours is nice.
Yeah, yours is not bad. See
Really out
how?
of character for Frankie because we
Feels
always
appropriate for me.
indirectly give each other shit, and so now he's like, "Hi, caveman." I don't know if I should be.
I mean, you're a Neanderthal, I guess. So.
That's
Okay.
true, yeah. Torn's first interaction with us before he became a host of one of the podcasts, one of the co-hosts,
Holy shit!
was the charity stream.
Wow,
Hmm.
good stuff.
How
Memories,
time
memories,
flies.
memories. I don't know. The ye olden days.
So how was everyone's weeks, by the way? I haven't asked that yet.
Oh, it's good now that I got a couple days off from work.
Everyone seems
Well, it's
so
like-
enthused to talk about their weeks.
Let's all hop
Yeah.
right on the ball here.
Well, I mean, like,
We're all
I
talking
was
at the
kinda-
same time.
I know this is. I was actually trying to be polite and
We're
Torn
just all yelling.
par for the course for Torn.
Right.
I'm on my way there, Torn.
I'm being a responsible host right now, and I have work tomorrow, so.
Yeah, I have work at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so I can't.
Fuck that.
Yeah. We know how your week's going now.
Yeah.
So-
Week ruined.
So,
It wouldn't be that bad if it was like every day of the week I had to wake up really early, but it was yesterday and then tomorrow, where I had to wake up really, really early. So it's like I get a day to sleep in, a day of waking up, a day of sleeping in, a day of waking up. My body doesn't know what the fuck's happening.
Dude, I used to have a sporadic sleep schedule. Not that fucking bad, but
Oh, I've had some bad
enough
ones.
to where it was like, yeah, it's just bullshit. I mean, that's all you can really say about that.
I'm in a constant state of exhaustion. But it's fine.
Well, during my truck washing days, I was like, there were nights when I was doing the graveyard for that, I was falling asleep anywhere from like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. was when my body would eventually be like, you're done. Good luck. Because, I mean, and then, you know, potentially getting called in early, or having to stay late because so-and-so couldn't make it to their shift, or they needed a supervisor, so you're available. I'm just like, I'm dying. My body's dying. I still have, like, permanent damage to my hands from that job.
Ugh.
That's
Wait,
why.
wait, phrasing.
I have permanent damage to my hands.
From that job.
Yeah, don't fuck with. Don't use a 1500 psi.
Reed is gonna fit in nicely.
Clearly, you missed his highlight in the video when you watched Dev's highlight video.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't have to go back and watch it again now.
Some of Friday's or Saturday's Apex night was in that highlight video. So.
Oh my. Okay.
That was such a great session of Apex. Oh man.
No.
But no, like,
Why tomatoes are fruits?
the amount of tangents we went on that fucking night. Avocado's not a vegetable, but it should be.
Oh no.
But no, like I had to use.
I can't tell if Reed's recalling that fondly or if he's like.
It's a
Traumatized.
mixed bag.
Yeah, I can't. I actually can't tell. I don't think he can tell either.
I think I
he's
may
trying
be
to make
screaming
the
internally, but also enjoying it at the same time.
It's like being on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
You're
it's
enjoying
like good at
yourself,
the
but you're
moment, and you're like, oh wait, shit. Ah! Yeah, no.
Yeah, but never work at a truck wash. I had to use like a 1500 psi pressure washer for 8 hours straight. Some days.
that.
Which the vibration on your hand is so bad. Like I would wake up some mornings where my hand was literally stuck in a fist like this, and I had to pry my hand open.
Damn.
Because like my joints were just stuck in that from just muscle memory and just using it that much. I'm glad I like for the most part my hands will still have like some nerve issues I've noticed, but it's not too bad. It only gets bad when I like happen to accidentally hurt them at work. Like I just some fucking how you can see it kind of there. I bruised my fucking hand. You can see the dark spot a little bit on the center there, like about there. Somehow bruised that hand. I have like 3 new cuts from doing shit at work. I'm just like, cool. This is great. My hands look awful right now. Ah. I couldn't hit my mute button fast enough. Oh,
All right.
It's
so much
okay.
pain.
It's okay. Don't.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Wait, you need to go the other way. You're on the
Oh,
screen.
sorry,
You're
my
the
bad.
Stars.
other way. There you go.
I'm
Oh yeah,
seeing
for him.
stars.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I literally
all
just saw stars. Ow.
Oh my god.
Wait, does it actually reach this way? Oh yeah, it does, huh?
What? Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause it's flipped. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh.
We're all learning.
I think that's the first time I've ever sneezed on the podcast.
Congratulations,
Really?
everyone got to see the pain that Dev goes through.
Dude, it hurts to sneeze. That was like
I
it
mean,
hurts far
I
worse when I
feel
hold
you
it
might. I feel you might want to get that looked at if you have that much pain from a sneeze.
He has some sort of, my guess, he has some sort of blockage, like congestion-wise, in the back of his head. And you would nothing about it.
You want to pay my medical debts if I do this?
Totally, because I could pay my own medical debts right now too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Healthcare.
We're all poor here.
It's one of these things where we laugh to keep from crying.
No, my week went all right. We finally got caught up with everything at work, and I am no longer stressed about it.
Give it time.
Well, I mean, I don't have to really. Thanks, Jay. See, this is why you don't have the same name on Twitch and Twitter.
Oh,
That's the karma of it.
Yep.
Like, who the fuck is CaverJay on Twitter? I'm gonna go look that up right now.
oh, you started something.
Not you.
The actual fuck.
Yo, I swear, every time I go on freaking Twitter and like anybody who's fighting for their name, it's always some idiot that has the name for like 3-4 years, never using the account or lightly using the account,
Dude!
and it's the perfect username. It's
There
like,
is-
how? How do you know? Like, wait, huh?
Okay, this motherfucker's name is Jay Caver. He has 28. He is following 28 people. Has 7 followers. Has never tweeted.
Yo, if you look up Captain Reid, I have the same issue. He literally just replies or retweets shit. He never tweets ever.
Yeah, our buddy Soy from the group, he has
Dude,
the
what
same
the fuck
issue.
is this
He
guy's
has
profile pic?
S0.
Wait, are you talking about for the Captain Reid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. It looks like he's a metal band. He literally retweets shit, and he does. Wait, let's see. The last time he messaged was 2017.
Wow.
I need more to drink now. That picture actually scared me a little bit.
He's like, I was like, okay.
Like, chat,
alright.
go look this motherfucker
You don't
up.
need
Like,
to, because
Captain
I'm about to
Reid,
pull it up for him.
Oh my god, it is actually terrifying.
It's
Second.
spooky.
Window capture, select option. There we go.
It is actually a little
Baby
freaky.
elephant walk.
Yeah, see,
What
look at
the
him.
fuck?
Okay.
what is that?
He is.
He's
You
a
just-
deer in headlights.
Just all of a sudden in chat, it's like, hey, that's me! What the fuck?
Dude, if someone in my chat said that.
You would have to have a nice conversation with this
Oh
man.
my god. I mean, you can't take back what was said, so it's just you just stick to your guns. Like, nah, dude, that's a screwed up pic. Like, that's what you say to that. Like,
Like,
I
I
never
never
goes, hey, that's me. Cool, change the pic, dude.
Cool, give me the username.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, we're in the middle. He has his feelings hurt. He's just like, yo, you guys should have made fun of me, blah blah blah. But it's like, so about the username, since you're here right now, we could just kind of talk about that. I really am not willing to
You know what?
pay for
If
it.
it was like, hey, that's my barter. It's like I will stop giving you shit for the picture if you give me the name.
Proceeds to change the picture. You shit on that picture.
Oh no.
Right.
I feel like it's terrible to have that like opinion where it's just like, oh yeah, that's terrible, and then the guy is like standing right next to you, and you're like, it's not that bad. It's like, no, you're first, like, there's a reason. Obviously, sometimes people are harsh. They're like, oh my god, that picture's completely terrible, blah blah blah, tearing this person down. But then, if you think a picture is terrible, turning to that person and being like, it's all right. It kind of just like
It
it's
makes
not
you
good.
look really bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially
here's- on the one side, on two sides of that, I feel people can be assholes about stuff like that. Like, for example, that Twitter account picture that we just seen, that's just
Yeah.
creepy. There's no getting around that. That is just creepy.
See, I bet
I'm
you
not
in his
sorry
circle, though, in
about
his circle, they find that hilarious.
Yeah, probably, and that's that's totally fine for them. But it's a creepy ass picture, bro. But at the same time, on the other side of that, if you're not willing to like get criticized for the shit you put out, don't put it out in the first place.
I mean, I purposely put shit
Problem
out
solved.
to be criticized. Like, I wear this because it's goofy and silly as hell. But I
that
love
can't
this.
be comfortable to stream in.
No, that's
Like,
why
I've
I put it
noticed
over
the past-
this.
I've noticed the past couple of your streams you've had that on, and I've actually been really impressed.
It's not that uncomfortable. They have an entire this
Really?
is actually it's got a cloth inner.
Wow. Okay.
It's
so you
it's
actually
not
put
bad.
one
And then
on
I put it over this, so it doesn't even sit on my head. It really sits on the headset.
Huh.
So like, it's
The more you know.
It's not bad at all. This thing
More-
works really well.
The more you know. Hail the queen.
Oh, hell the queen.
Motherfucker. I will end you and all your hard work.
The only thing you need now is just a cloak
See,
or like the
See, the
cape.
thing
Oh,
is,
I plan on
you
getting
wanna-
the cape.
You want to say you'll end me, but the fact of the matter is that you need me for T-pop right now. Like, I'm
True.
in a position where I am indispensable. This might not last forever, but I'll enjoy it while it does.
Once we get another show started, you may be dispensable.
Now I'm irrelevant. Yeah,
No, I can take over. You know, I'll just do 4 podcasts a week.
right. You won't hate life at all then.
No.
Welcome to this podcast.
Whatever podcast
Dude,
about
real
right now.
talk, I did my stream after T-pop last night, and I hate life after that.
Oh, come on.
I'm
I
not gonna be
stream after
mad.
this all the time.
Well,
Wait,
yeah,
this-
but you know,
Go ahead,
after
Reed.
This
Jake.
starts at 6 o'clock for you. Sorry, that's all I want to say. This starts at 6
No.
o'clock for
Wait,
you.
one second. I count this. Wait, let me see. Is video? No, I wanted in pictures. Let's go. Here. This. Don't worry about it. You'll see in a second. You'll
What
see in
the
the,
fuck?
the chat. When the power just flows through Dev and he finally gets his cape. Oh, let's see. Here it is.
Ow!
Bless you, child.
Oh my god.
Oh no, the
And on top of
Steve.
everything else, Dev is in pain.
All right,
My-
there you
my-
go.
My night is complete.
Oh yeah,
Yes!
there you go.
You motherfucker.
Oh, when the
Share
power
it
just-
in the stream.
when the
Share
power
it
just
in the
flows
stream.
through Dev.
No, that's not good enough. Open it up in the article view. People need to appreciate this in its full glory.
It's a process to do that. Hold on.
All shall bow down for King Recess.
Yes.
You're not wrong when you think about
Oh my
this.
gosh. Dad, please tell me you have his jersey, man. That's all I'm missing.
He
Yo, if
does
someone
have a
gets me the jersey, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
Number 8.
I don't even care what team it is. Or the color scheme even. Like the color
It's a,
scheme.
it's a Giants jersey. I can tell you that. It's red and blue and white, so it's like the away Giants jersey. I need a hockey stick as well.
Your royal scepter.
Except you're gonna have to create the unibrow. I don't know how you're gonna do it.
What are you talking about? That's like a day or two without shaving, and that will be fine.
I don't need to shave my fucking center eyebrow like you do, fucking
I have a
werewolf
question.
over there.
Like, I never got that shit. Like it's never fused for me.
It's depends on the person. Like it's just your genetics. Like if
Mine
that
gets
hair doesn't.
close.
Yeah, you're making fun of me. My eyebrows are so much further away than your fucking eyebrows. You goddamn caterpillar.
But my eyebrows are beautiful.
Think
I was
about
to
that.
say,
Imagine that.
Steven has a pair of caterpillars. That's
What if
exactly
your eyebrows
Steven
are
has.
like in love and you shaving them is like separating them? It's like a Romeo and Juliet.
Wow.
Freaking
And they will
facial
forever be
hair.
apart.
Yep.
Wow.
Mine haven't ever met,
It's
so
getting
they don't
deep,
know.
bro.
On the forehead is where our set is laid. Like you just start.
Oh, left
Two
brow. Oh,
houses.
left brow.
Oh.
Where art thou, left brow?
Two brows of two separate homes. Wait a second.
And it is shit like this right here that we can never convince anybody that we run off a script. Because come on,
Yeah, who would write this
writes
shit?
that? Who writes that?
You know, I'd say Steven would write shit like this, but
Don't let anybody
Steven,
know.
Steven, I'm sorry. I don't think you would.
You don't
I
think
don't.
I'm that
I don't
clever?
think you're on enough creative acid to think of that. No, I don't really think you do.
the fuck said we're on creative acid. We're on creative weed.
Creative weed. Dev is struggling with the words tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait.
He's being creative with his words.
He's being creative with his words.
Yes.
Oh, I'm hunting wabbits.
I'm wanting,
Does
I'm
waxily
wanting
what?
wabbits.
Hunting wascally wabbits. The wabbits panty.
You wascally
He didn't hear me,
wabbit.
or he's not acknowledging it.
Oh! Two facial hairs, both alike in dignity. two, two families, both of the same hairy status. In the forehead, in the fair forehead, where we live.
Okay, I'm sorry. Are you making this up, or did you just find a Romeo and Juliet skit?
Wait,
Oh,
does this
God.
exist already?
No, the line by line from the prologue of. No, you don't remember that?
I remember the prologue. I was just wondering if you found someone already made
I
it
found
on
it.
Unibrows, or you're doing it yourself right now.
No, I'm editing it. I'm still editing it.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's what okay.
Two families.
That's almost as good as you actually finding that.
Reed, if me and Steven ever have to do a Romeo and Juliet film for movie night, you're part of the skits now.
Listen,
You could be our narrator.
My chat is like the worst. They like, yo, let's do a movie night, right? So then I'm like, what is a fancy way to get around showing a movie on stream, right? If there are no copyright owners. So you show a freaking
Movie from the 50s.
yeah. So that doesn't have that's in the public domain right now. Then my whole chat is like,
See, what we do
I'm
is
like,
Well, yeah. Like, what is your chat expecting at that point?
and then they're like, is it why is it in black and white? Cause it's in the public domain.
yeah. What the fuck? No, that's why we do
Like,
actual
I
movie
like
nights
my
for-
Twitch account chat.
No, and then I think the one colored movie we did watch, which I think I didn't get in trouble for it, but I'm pretty sure I might get. Well, no, I won't get in trouble at this point because the VOD is gone. But I think I may have messed up because the public domain one I think is the one that is in black and white, not the one that's in color.
What did you show?
I showed Night of the Living Dead.
Oh
No shit.
Yeah, but Night of the Living Dead is like it's allowed because I know the black and white one is in thing, but the one on Amazon that I watched was in color. So there might be new copyright laws because of the fact that they put it in color. But it's kind of over, and there was a whole lot. There's still a clip on my stream to this
Dude,
day.
at least, you know, in terms of copyright laws, at least with movies and shit, that's pretty well set. You know, have you ever tried Googling, hey, I would like to play some music on stream. What precautions should I take? What music should I play? Have you noticed you never find the same answer?
I have a solution for you.
Like,
Oh, don't start selling cricket, please.
No, I'm not selling Cricket. I've actually just started using a program on Streamlabs OBS called Pretzel.
Pretzel, that's what I was
You were
called.
telling
Never
that.
mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, if anyone on there is going to know what they're doing, it's literally an app made for your Streamlabs OBS. Like, that's just how it is. And they partner with artists to create content that is okay for it. So, like, it's got a subscription fee for every month, but it's only like $5.
Oh, hey, Dev,
Yeah,
check
but
your
why
Har
not
Har
just do,
Twitter.
like Monster Cat or something?
Because I want variety. Because they have like punk rock, they have like EDM, they have hype music. They have a large
Monster
variety.
Cat is legit though. Like
No, I'm not saying Monster Cat isn't legit, but this has a little bit more variety other than just.
Are you saying Monster Cat isn't legit? You
No,
pig.
Stop
Monster
this!
Cat will
No!
still get you copyright
No!
strikes on YouTube. So,
But not on
Will it
Twitch.
really?
yeah, not on Twitch, but on YouTube they will.
Which is why you can't do, you know, the highlights with his music in them.
Yeah, I don't have a YouTube channel for my side of things, anyways. I don't care.
I'm just getting back into it, so.
We'll at some point have his stream running.
No, it's funny because chat's
It's
always
YouTube running.
like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I don't want to see you banned, but at the same time, when you're playing like a playlist of NCS music, if you guys know what that is,
Yeah.
Yep.
it's just like they're like. I think
Why?
you'll notice a lot of my
honestly
stories.
feel like your
Chat's just
chat
like,
used to. I feel your chat needs to expand its musical taste because NCS stuff is like great. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Dude, I had one
My
on
only
Spotify.
problem with that- My only problem with that is like, day 1, okay. Day 58, okay. Day
I see where you're going.
375,
I
I might end it all.
no. I do.
I don't know
do
if I'm doing it.
see-
I don't know if
I
I'm doing it for the content at this point or for the for the fact that I'm dislike listening to the music so much. But yeah,
No, you hear the same song in different ways. Man, I cannot fucking speak tonight.
Well,
You hear the same like beat and rhythm in like 5 different songs back to back to back, and I'm sitting over here like I'm gonna fucking lose it. Which is why I like having this mixer now because I can put my music up and down without tabbing out, and with the playlist I have now, like having a lot more variety within just like a click of a button without going through different not without really going through Spotify and searching stuff. I literally just had to play on chill music, punk rock, happy music, hype music, EDM. Like I just have to hit play and it plays that. And it's got Miracle sound on there, which makes me so happy.
somebody call 911.
Middle
I'm
school,
so
hello.
Exactly.
Fuck. That's like at work. We just started playing music again, and like, Shorty like is a song on my iPod song comes on from time to time, and I'm like, am I back in middle school? What the fuck is going on? Is this
okay, hang on. Time out. The way you worded that.
I know I worded it wrong. Fuck off, Jay.
No, hang on. No. Hear me out. It actually makes me concerned for your work environment.
Uh-oh.
You said we just now started playing music again.
Oh,
Is
sorry.
there
We
like
just
a
started.
policy?
You guys
or,
get
like-
banned from playing music?
No. We
Yeah,
just
see, that's what I'm hearing.
our stores just chose not to because it created. They didn't want too much. Like they didn't want a ton of like noise in the store, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But they recently started changing that stuff, so
You noise polluters. Shaking my head.
whatever. I'm fine with it.
I mean, windmill noise will give you cancer, apparently. So
In
noise pollution.
in our Chipotle, in the Chipotle that I worked at, we had like the Chipotle music. So you have like Ocean Eyes playing in the front, and then you have like either some ratchet like or some Spanish music playing in the back, cause we're just all jamming out and hanging out in the back. But like we can't play it loud enough to be like heard in the front. And oddly enough, I thought it was like a joke, but there is a lot of Spanish people that and like Spanish people of different like Dominican, Mexican, even just American Spanish heritage. Is just that actually works with Chipotle. Everybody speaks Spanish, and I'm kind of pissed about it because like maybe like 4 or 5 of us don't speak Spanish, and then like all the management speaks Spanish, and they're yelling at each other, and it's like,
Dude,
I want to know what you're saying.
At work, it's the same way. In the town I live in, there's a large Hispanic community. And when people start talking in Spanish, I'm over here like, fucking hell, I should have taken a fucking second language in high school.
Oh, no. Like honestly, I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, okay, so I'll talk to like, if you're like, okay, so the people of Spanish heritage, okay, they'll speak Spanish, but like a white dude will walk in, a black dude that'll walk in like our management of our thing, and they all know Spanish. Like it's like they literally all know Spanish and talk to each other in Spanish, and I'm like, I want to know what's going on here.
I've debated just going and just doing like classes online for Spanish and being like, okay, I have that down, and then learning a language after that.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. You want to talk about that kind of aggravation? I actually, for a lot of years, worked at a state park in Kentucky. I would say that it's called Carter Caves State Park, and we do cave tours and all this other stuff. Which is why caving is in my name, because I do go legit caving now, mostly because of that job and the people I met through it. Anyway, you get Hispanic, you get Asian, and everything in between that comes to this place, and the amount of different languages I heard spoke there is like it's unfathomable, really. And several times throughout my time there, and mostly it's only ever happened with Spanish speakers, is they would say, excuse me, repito en español. I just kind of look at them and go, no, senor. Like, that's the extent. Am I talking about the cave? Yeah, bro.
At work, we literally have a thing where, like, if someone walks in and they need a Spanish-speaking team member, our radios go off being like, hey, can we get a Spanish-speaking team member to this location of the store? Because I am gringo as fuck. That's how my brain goes if I have to do it. I'm just like, in my brain, because I am super fucking white, and I should have learned a second language.
You should try, with my job, I work for Reed here, who probably doesn't know. I work as a photographer for
he takes pictures of kids.
Yeah, I go from school to school and take high school and yearbook pictures for school IDs and yearbooks.
Too late. Dev
And I live in Northern California, and everybody
Dev.
speaks like 3 different languages out here. So it's like one school, I'll be talking to someone who's speaking Spanish, then the next student will be speaking Mandarin, and then the next student will be speaking like Latin, or, well, not Latin, but, you know, some other third language that I don't know. So it's like, hola, please sit here. Hi, please sit here and do this. What, you don't understand me? Let me be a mime. Copy me, please. Just take this picture. I need you to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take pictures of kids.
And Reed, your reaction to how I say that was why I do it that way.
Yeah, it's an every time thing. I have to preface it because I know Dev is gonna say that.
It's just too easy of a joke, man.
Because Dev, like the rest of us, is an asshole.
I instantly lost any chance of having a public office as soon as I started this podcast with Dev. I didn't even say anything. It was Dev's fault. I can no longer run for mayor.
Dude, I respect you too much for you to go into politics. Don't do it.
I can't even join the school board.
I
respect you too much for you to join the school board.
Some dude literally went to from like high school, like at the age of 19, like to working on the school board. I was like, why do you want to do that?
Seriously?
Yeah, that's like I'm assuming it was the school board in his district.
Oh,
that
yeah.
he went to school in.
He literally went from the high school to graduating the high school to moving to the building right down that. He goes through our parking lot to working in that building that's across there. It's like, okay.
Dude,
Yes.
right now I actually work a tech support job in the school district that I actually went to school in. You couldn't pay me to be on the school board, school anything in this fucking district. Like
children are little shitters.
It's not even really
Myself
included.
included.
Really that. I mean, it's definitely. Well, at least you're honest. It's not even the fact that it's that. I mean, trust me, it's depending on which school. Like, I'm one of 4 tech support guys in a 10 school district, and you talk about a shit show some days. But
aren't you like the youngest tech dude as well there?
Yeah, by a margin of double digits, I'd like to point out.
Nice.
So
Picking up the cougars, I see. Hey,
hey, teacher.
so it's weird on the one
learn.
side of the county, is, you know, the schools that I went to school in, and yeah, a lot of the teachers for some reason are still fucking teaching there that know me. And then on the other side of the county, it's like, who are you? And so I was like, whatever. But yeah,
whatever.
you could not. I'd always have to tell, like, my boss's name is Barrett, and I'd have to be like, everybody seems to know him, so I get stopped by somebody, and it's like, I work with Barrett. I'm the new tech guy. I was told to come here. And what's sad and kind of a little unnerving is they're like, oh, okay. And then they let me through. No more. Like, yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta do.
No, showing the ID or anything?
I don't have an ID. I don't have a badge. I don't have a uniform. Like, I don't got shit.
They're just letting people in, shaking my head.
Yeah. It's just like, you know the right person, and it's just like, okay, cool.
You know who you should bring this up with? The school board.
Yeah.
Everything comes full circle.
Well done. Well done.
School board, man.
That's
they
actually
do a lot.
kind of bad, though.
Nah, dude, like it's sort of. Well, I mean, I'll be honest.
I
the
didn't say
school
the name
means-
of it, Torn.
Steven just left,
I'm-
but the school
like,
me
I'm
and
that
him went
smart.
to was the same
I'm
way.
smarter than that.
We didn't even have to be like
Yeah.
know the right person. We could be like, hey, we're just visiting and see some of our old teachers. The amount of times while my senior year, after Steven graduated, that Steven came back and visited the school,
Like, at that
without
point,
really
I feel like
doing something to be like, hey, I'm here to visit, kind of thing. He just ended up in the band room.
Talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. That happened at our
really
place
easy.
too a lot.
Yeah,
A
our
lot
school
of
didn't
seniors.
do anything to stop that. They're like, hey, yeah, just go ahead. You look like you were a student here.
Yeah.
Well,
They just
I
have to wear a
somewhat
school
recognize
uniform.
you from
And
last year.
here's the benefit. Well, the benefit of our place is that we're a pretty small school, and so a lot of the, especially like recent graduates, they were pretty well known, and so it wasn't like completely insecure. Like but mostly my role is the part that kind of unnerves me now. It's like I go to these schools I've never shown up in. They're like, oh, you work with this person. Okay, cool.
Oh, fire.
Like, that was it.
Lit. Come on in.
Yeah, we had to change up some of the terminologies to make the students feel more comfortable.
Lit.
So
Dude,
if anything's
a teacher-
awesome, refer to it as lit.
If a teacher fucking ever said that while I was in school, like if I was in that generation, I'd be like, yo,
I
you're
would
trying
also
too
lose
hard.
my mind. I'd be like what?
Or what was like, what for us? It would have been like YOLO and
Oh
what
my
is it?
God.
What are some of the other terms that went on during our time? I know I've always said rad, even though it's been way out of style for like years. And people have told me like, why the fuck do you say that? So I'm like, because no one else says it.
Because it's rad.
Because it's rad.
It's rad, dude. Yeah.
Well, I like saying it also
Why
because
not?
it's. I feel like it sounds more genuine because it's classic at this point. It sounds more genuine if I'm going to go out of my way to call it rad. Because no one else is gonna say that, if that makes sense. Like, instead of being like cool or lit, like everyone else would say these days. It sounds it sounds more me, if that makes sense. Like, I have dorky in my fucking name. Of course I'm gonna say
Well,
rad.
okay, so like I'll give you the credit for the it sounds more you because yeah, I can like you saying rad sounds a lot more par for the course.
It sounds more genuine for me.
Say rad. So I understand that. What the fuck happened to our call? By the way?
I don't know. Did it black out for you guys for a second too?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was just me. I was like, what did I do?
Like it did it in the call. It showed up on the screen.
All right.
I was like,
Thank God it wasn't just me. I was like, I was touching
well,
my
here's the thing.
mixer.
I saw you look down at something, to press something, and I'm thinking, well, Dev just fucked something up.
No, I wasn't even pressing something. I was just like putting this egg on like pieces of the mixer real quick, so I didn't fuck with the mixer. And then suddenly everything went black. I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah, everything went black and I was like, oh fuck, my computer's about to crash.
Dude.
Oh man.
Which is another thing I thought would happen in my stream last night was I was
It
totally
survived.
expecting my computer just to.
I will say there were some
absolutely-
latency issues that happened, but other than that, like it worked really
Oh,
well
you
last
watched
night.
it?
Yeah, I have it up. I usually
Oh,
have it up,
shit.
and when I'm on it, I have this one up too. It's just so I can see the video, so I can make sure that the quality.
Wait, are you talking about the T-pop stream or like
Yeah,
my stream, my
T-pop.
personal stream? Oh, okay.
Oh, your
It's
personal
personal
stream.
stream afterwards.
Oh, well, I had that up. I was more lurking than anything.
Everybody lurks.
Dude, I try genuinely for me right now, the thing I like is during stream I still have the ability to lurk people I want to lurk, because I have my the audio for Twitch streams I can set to a different audio that everyone else can't hear, so I can have that all the way down so I don't have to hear it anymore, but leave their volume up so that viewer doesn't disappear for them because their volume's still up. So I'm like, I'm helping all my friends out, kind of thing.
Actually, the best way to do that is through multi-stream.
Yeah, I need to get that set up whenever I do that.
Honestly, the easiest thing I would say to do is just turn on the multi-stream, and whoever you're watching, just copy paste them, put them in there.
Yeah, that's
Because
my plan.
with that, it spreads them amongst. I know people say it's not as good because Twitch, it's not embedded or whatever that ends up meaning.
So like
But-
multi-stream, but I do agree with you about multi-stream.
Yeah, because I know like switching between tabs, I know then they get weird about it because if you're on one tab, but then if you either type in this chat or you were recently on this tab, then it's more likely to keep you. It's stupid, I don't know. But when it's all in that one screen, it's like literally running multiple streams at the same time on one screen,
Yeah.
so you know that everybody gets a view off of that.
Yep.
And then I think the squad streaming, they changed that. Well, not they changed it, but when they rolled that out or whenever they actually plan to
Well,
roll
they
it out.
they have rolled it out for partners. They will at some point roll it out for affiliates.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
all the news things I was hearing was they just rolled it out. People then,
I don't know.
people
they
like
might-
haven't been able
I
to see
haven't
it, but
read-
then I
No,
was like-
it's just partners right
Partners
now.
right
I
now?
think they're starting out with partners through the beginning of the month, and then towards the later parts of this month, I want to say towards the end of this month or beginning of May, they'll probably unveil it for all affiliates as well. So-
yeah, I don't.
I think what they were saying is they want to make sure that encoding wise that all the streams can run it, because some people, for affiliates especially, we don't get the option to we aren't prioritized to have the option to switch our setting, like viewer quality.
Yeah.
So
Hey
like
Steven, thumbs up if you acknowledge it, but you're muted.
Yeah, I just did that like right now.
I saw him do it.
I did it.
But it's essentially the way they're gonna do it is that they want to make sure that you can change the stream quality on everyone's stream so that it runs when you're watching it. Because some people who watch affiliates especially tend to not always have the best internet as well, because we usually have our stream quality lower to make sure that our streams run better, because we may not have the dual PC setup that partners go for and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's easier to run, but they want to make sure that when you're doing a partnered up streaming setup is that you can change the quality on there. But because we're affiliates, we don't get prioritized for that unless we have a set amount of viewers at that time.
Yeah.
So, or they just have extra the ability to set that out a little bit extra. Like I've had it on my stream randomly when I've only had like 3 viewers, but it's just because they chose to, kind of thing. Like they if they have the ability to do it, they'll spread it out even further, essentially over more streamers.
Right.
So, which makes sense. They want to make sure just everything runs, and if you can make more people have higher quality
Which
streams.
the squads, like, have you seen like an actual working example of the squad stream yet?
No, I haven't gotten checked out yet, but
It looks pretty legit.
it looks
doesn't
good from what I've saw with the previews.
I like it a lot. The only thing I don't like is if people are like streaming with the delay. You can definitely tell, because like I was watching
Yeah.
last night a group of 3 streaming together playing Apex,
The
and
Apex
2 of them
streaming-
were not playing with the delay, and one of them was, and it was so weird to watch the one who was, because it's like I already know what's gonna happen. I can predict what's going on.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
That
Which
definitely should
that's-
become a kind
Well,
of.
that's like I mean, that's not really much that the squad on the side of Twitch they can really do about it. That's
Yeah.
that person's paying really.
Well, no,
Yeah,
what they
so-
did, they were streaming with low latency, so they didn't get like stream snipers and stuff like that, because or longer latency.
Oh wait, so they
Oh.
did it intentional. Okay.
Yeah, you could set your thing to have that much of a delay.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, I'm dumb. Yeah.
Because you're playing like a game like that, you want to make sure that you don't get, stream sniped if you're a bigger streamer, and if you're partnered, you're a bigger streamer, so you're more likely to get stream sniped, kind of thing. So if you can prevent
Right.
that, you do that. Especially for a game like that, because it was probably during the Twitch Rivals tournament, right, Steven?
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just watching. I have no idea if it was during the Rivals tournament.
Yeah, honestly, another thing about that is actually when you're doing most of those tournaments, you're supposed to have a thing.
Yeah, you're supposed to have latency.
Yeah, I think they tell you that's like, hey,
'Cause-
while you're
'cause
streaming
then
this,
some-
like, do this for.
Yeah, cause it's what's it called? I think it's shoot, what are they called? Like Fortnite. I think one time they were just streaming the same, like no difference. Like the game straight up. So somebody was in the game, turned to somebody else. It was like, yo, this dude's on your left. And it literally was the exact moments of like this person in game.
Fuck.
And then they ended up getting in trouble for it because they were both streaming. It was a stupid idea. But it's funny because the one dude didn't know that he was watching the stream when he told him they gave him the advice.
Wow.
So then they both ended up getting banned from the tourney and losing whatever money they had made.
Right.
Because of that. But yeah, no. So technically with events, each event they're supposed to do certain precautions to avoid cheating.
Kind of on that same note, this happened like several months ago, but it's a convenience I went to this story that Ninja got stream sniped by these couple of guys really, and one of them was legit streaming it. This guy was streaming himself, sniping Ninja, and it's like, are you stupid?
Because people don't care about stream sniping. Everybody swears, like, and the funny thing is about the community, right? You'll get that video and then they'll be like, he's just a kid. It's like, okay, yes.
Well, this guy legit wasn't a kid, but yeah.
But
I understand that mentality, yeah.
Then it becomes, yeah, oh, well, you ruined this dude's life. No, we didn't ruin a dude's life. You're literally playing a video game to harass somebody else. And then when either your account gets banned or you're crying to the internet, and then the internet opens you with welcoming arms because they want to tear somebody down, and it's like
to my knowledge, like I'm pretty sure like this guy was just like a lot of people in the community and was just like, dude, this guy's trash, you know, because he's stream sniping you and all stuff, and they're trying to like a lot of Ninja's chat was trying to get him fired up, and he was just kind of like, you know, dude, it's whatever. You know,
no, if
like
Ninja says a word, he'll get lobotomized. Like they'll just cut out a piece of his brain. Because honestly, it anything he says towards that, because like I said before, it wasn't the first time that he got stream sniped before that. With that whole dancing situation, everybody's like, oh yeah, if you emote, you're stream sniping. But it's like, let's be real. These dudes get stream sniped 24/7. Are you really gonna be like, oh yeah, well, this one time he just happened to not be streaming and he just happened to dance. It's just a coincidence that the 100th and blah 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 dude just happened to like. So they had some drinks, whatever. I feel like those kind of, and it's not even to say be a fanboy, but it's like I don't want that kind of stuff to happen to me. That out of context, looking at, oh yeah, we're looking at it from one side just so that we can tear you down. And it's like, why?
Yeah, no, I don't get that. Like, I may not be a fan of Ninja, but at the same time, some of the stuff that he's had to deal with since then, like, he's also, I will say this, he has had to deal with a bit of a fall from grace, essentially, which is never easy for anyone. Going through that, like you're not gonna be as happy and go get them as you were before, because I mean, you went from the biggest thing on Twitch to people know of you, but they're watching everyone else around you.
Well, I don't think it's even really 100% that, but he was, you know, the spotlight was on him, and now he's back in the crowd of the well-knowns now. Will never.
I think he's more in hiding right now, if anything, because he still has the potential. Because I would never say that nobody would know his name, because he's still there, and I think he still does press runs, right? At this point,
I think he just left to go to London, I think, for a press thing.
Yeah, so he just doesn't have that super status. Like, he's not a Beyonce or like a kind of Jay-Z situation or Notch situation where he just has a shit ton of money and everybody's always able to look at him. But he doesn't have that. He just kind of he's under the radar now.
I'll say this: he's under the radar for people on Twitch, but he's in the limelight outside of Twitch more than anyone.
Yeah.
He's still, like, to the world, he's still the face of Twitch. Mm-hmm. To Twitch itself, people would probably argue about who the face of Twitch is right now between probably Shroud, Tim, because
I don't get where this idea came from that, like, because you have a bunch of subs that you then become the face of Twitch.
Honestly, I think it's more that my opinion, the face of Twitch is whoever the fuck Twitch chooses it to be.
It's
And
I mean, our
That's
friend Soy
honest.
was temporarily the face of Twitch.
That's honestly very accurate. But what Deb just said, it's whoever the fuck Twitch chooses. It's very mercurial who gets to be the face for however short or really just whatever period of time that they get it. There is no solid static face of Twitch. It will always be.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's always going to
I
be.
mean,
a
Doc used to be the face of Twitch. Remember, before Ninja, it was Doc.
I can't
Well,
look this man in the eye.
Are you talking about Doc or one of us?
No, Doc.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
I was about to say, what the fuck we do?
I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but I cringe when I see Doc. I can't. Like.
Oh, I've never been a
I-
fan of him myself.
Oh my gosh, I love watching Doc streams. Come on, guys.
I got my stepmother to love.
I get yelled at this
Doc.
all the time, but I laugh. I laugh at that.
Like,
once
I want to know what do you
Stupid fucking mistakes.
to open for a genuine conversation and discussion. Why do you not like Doc? Reed?
Two things.
Okay.
One, I didn't like his antics. Like, I know the whole 2 times champion, blah blah blah. That's his whole shtick. It's just not my favorite thing. And then I think definitely the cheating thing kind of put a sour taste in my mouth for him as a character. Yeah.
What? Oh, I actually didn't know about this. Elaborate.
You didn't know? Oh my god, you don't know
No.
about stupid fucking mistakes.
No.
Oh, the
How do
no,
you
no,
not
the-
know about the cheating?
So
Because
do you know who?
as far as the Twitch, as far my defense, as far as the Twitch environment goes, I'm still relatively new.
Oh,
So,
okay. But
It would have been
yeah,
about
see,
like
so
a year and a half
Doc,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
which would have been, which funny enough, would have been just out of my range of me starting to get into this.
It would have been just
Yeah.
before 2018 started.
So interestingly enough, he had an incident where he cheated on his wife.
Oh,
I don't know with who, but he cheated and he took a break from streaming. Had a breakdown on stream where he admitted he was cheating, which to me
Out of
honestly just
character.
looked like yeah, out of character. He went out of character and did the whole YouTube crying on camera thing, and then came back. And then when he came back, Twitch was like, "You want to be on the front page? Front page. There you go. The cheater has
Fuck,
returned."
dude.
Like, and then that just put
Wow.
like a really sour taste in my mouth, especially since Tyler One at that time had just also come back, and he was doing numbers for League and stuff because he just got unbanned from League.
right.
So then he was doing big, and then they never put him on the front page, and he was doing fun, kind of cool thing. And I know Tyler One has this weird, like, not even to say just toxic ex persona, but like he just has this kind of masculinity, which I understand why a lot of
But
people
Doc
don't like.
is the same way.
I wouldn't say Doc is the same way.
Not the same
I
way,
feel
but
like
they have similarities. You can draw parallels to them, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
there's the parallels, but I feel like the parallels between I like the homegrown, I built this shit myself attitude that
Tyler has.
that Tyler One gives, and then the Doc opposite side of the spectrum is I flew in here on a helicopter. I'm larger than life. I just bit a grenade out of my mouth and I threw it. You know, like
That's fair.
that.
And you can see that in there, but like both of them have very similar, I want to say, characters, if that makes sense. Because like Tyler One is a character. Like I bet you $10 Tyler is not like that all the time. Like
It's not. When I
there's no
saw him-
fucking way someone could be like that all the time. That would be
When I met him,
ridiculous.
he
But
was
he's very
pretty
entertaining as a
chill.
streamer.
Yeah.
Because of it. Doc is the same way because he puts on a character for it. Like that's the thing. I mean, like, we've talked about this before on this stream, but like, your stream persona is either very close to who you are or very different from who you are, depending on what you want to go for. Like with me, I just turn who I am to the max, and just go crazy with it.
to
You know?
11.
Yeah, it goes to 11, man. If not, sometimes 15. Go a little bit further. That's why I bought the fucking
20 if
crown.
he's role playing.
Hey, fuck you. Dorkbeard is a great character, and you underappreciate how awesome that's. Like, I had the
Okay.
best stream I've had almost ever. This
Real
Sunday.
talk. Real
Dorkbeard.
talk. A lot of people like that I've heard from our little group have given you shit for Dorkbeard, and I actually caught a Dorkbeard stream
Dork beard.
from from Steven's perspective, actually, because for whatever reason my internet was shit. So I tried to have you both running, but I couldn't do it. So I was watching from Steven, and I was having to deal with Dorkbeard's audio, and I'm like, this isn't that bad. No, this is actually This is actually entertaining. So
Thank you.
I know, and this is this validation that you have been searching for from within Har Har, and I'm here to give it to you. Like,
Yeah,
Dorkbeard
Darkbeard's not that bad.
was actually entertaining.
Well, it's because it's the game's environment.
Maybe it's
like,
because I've been drinking, but who cares? Like, this is
where
where
it's the environment of that game. It's the thing. Like, in my opinion, if I wasn't doing that, I would probably be bored out of my mind. In
Don't
that game.
do a chance of a mistake.
Shut up, Tor.
Too late, Tord. Too late.
Where
It's there. It's out.
well, it's the same
Wait,
thing
what?
when I was
It'll
playing,
be in the VOD.
when I was playing Fallout 76. Like, the only way I made that game entertaining with everyone we were playing with was that we were all in character. Like, if Zoe, myself, Steven, Scar, and Frankie weren't in character for that game, we would have lost our fucking minds. But because we decided to be the fucking like police force in Fallout 76, all in uniform and everything, it was great. Like, that made that game enjoyable. Mind you, the game's broken as fuck still. But for what we did in it, I actually enjoyed the roleplay aspect of that game. Now, the game is garbage, and I'm not defending the game because it is boring as shit if you don't make the game yourself. But that's just what we had to do, you know?
Yep.
And that's how like, not to say that I find Sea of Thieves fun on its own, but it's more entertaining as Dorkbeard because I get to do just stuff in it. There's a new message in there, and I need to see what it is.
All right, Dev, you need to share with the rest of the class. 'Cause
Yeah,
this is actually,
hold on.
this is actually too fucking good. Oh my god,
Let me get it.
dude.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh, that is brilliant.
No, stop playing. Stop playing.
Oh wait! Interestingly enough, another thing that went wrong in that,
And
I'm
why?
gonna play
What
a
are we?
game real
What are we
quick.
on?
the there was a whole situation where the people started to make emotes
Oh,
about
yeah, I know exactly what you're
Doc.
talking about.
and people were getting banned or getting emotes removed because they involved Doc.
Yeah.
And then people used to make like emotes
Stupid
that were
fucking
sneaky,
mistake, man.
and there was one that was called like CD Doc. So you know, if you read it, CD Doc, and it was like it just was something that became big, and then people were just getting banned, and it just became a big thing to cover up because he's still at the time right now still pretty big with Twitch because I
Yeah.
think he's trying to do commercials and stuff
No,
now,
he's
right?
starting to do like actual production stuff. Is his plan? He's gonna
Yeah,
be on, like, a
'cause I know
TV
he wanted
show
to
and
do that.
stuff. But no, the big thing in my opinion that came from that too was that Forzen had one.
Yeah.
And then he had a problem with. It's funny. Forzen later on down the road had a problem with people using Feels Bad Man in chat all the time because he failed. Because what happened was he created the emote Feels Pixels Man because Doc was getting upset, or he created like Doc Pixel or something like that because Doc was getting upset about a few pixels. Is exactly what he said before he said about it. And then he's getting upset about the Feels Bad Man emote because people just kept spamming in his chat when he was streaming, I think like Dark Souls or something like that. And he's like, "All right, ban anything that says Feels Bad Man." And then because someone had a Feels Bad Man emote under their stuff,
He banned
his chat told him to make a new one called Feels
Yeah.
Pixel Man. and he didn't know what they were doing, but he just made it. And then they come back to Forzen's chat with it with Feels Pixel, man, or like so and so, like the streamer's name Pixel. Pixel's just a poke at Forzen. So now any emote by that streamer is not allowed in his chat.
Oh yeah, because they banned the prefix.
Yeah, they banned the prefix for it.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's honestly the ironic kind of karma that I love. Like, oh, you're mad about some like, oh, well, then again, you know what? I can't even talk because I get mad about pixels all the time.
You play video games.
Freaking.
I think you have the worst because of Tetris. Like, yours are literally like pixel off.
Yo, when are they gonna nerf the square block, huh? Somebody was posting that. Somebody was joking about that the other day on like Nintendo released patch notes for for Tetris 99. And I think it was just some balance changing in like the ranking system or whatever that had nothing to do with the game. But somebody was like, I hope they nerf the square block this match. I was like, why
would you nerf this? Okay.
Well, you know, it's
this
funny.
Person.
That game's more balanced.
See,
than
that
Fortnite.
person is the hero we deserve, Steven. Is that right there?
Yes, I agree with you.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit last night. I bet you more people are probably entertained by Tetris 99 now than the current Fortnite patch.
Real fucking talk, dude. Like,
Honestly,
oh my
Tetris
god.
is so exciting.
Tetris 99 is amazing to watch.
Honestly, any Tetris versus, I feel like I didn't realize the excitement I was missing out, especially like T-spins. Holy shit, T-spinning is crazy. It's crazy.
This podcast slowly devolves your ability to speak. That's what it does.
Dorky, what have you done to me? Come on, Dan.
For me, it's probably the alcohol, but whatever.
Yeah, but you drink because you're on this podcast.
Not wrong.
You know, I had to think about that for a second, but the reality is once I messaged you in the little Discord, said, "Hey, I'm available," and then you were like, "Yeah, totally." I remember back in the olden days of Har Har where I would respond not in a timely manner, and I actually was like, I didn't get a reply back. I was like, "Oh, cool. I'm not on the Har Har Podcast tonight. Whatever." But now it's like, "Oh, hey, I'm on now," and I already had plans to drink anyway, so I was like, "Well, fuck."
Yeah, you're gonna be on here.
So no, I don't think it's just because I'm on this podcast.
No.
Thursday simply because it's Thursday, dude. I don't want to go to this tech support job hungover. Like, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, me, it's more that like as of late, like I don't know, drinking just hasn't been as enjoyable after a Sea of Thieves night, and I don't know. I just right now, I'll be honest, I've been probably dealing with manic episodes recently, which is fun, which is not a good mix with alcohol.
No, I would say not.
So it's one of those things that my brain as of late's like, you know what? As impulsively fun as that would be, let's not do that. So, you know, that's what I've had to deal with. So that's why I'm not drinking it like at all recently. It's been like 2 weeks. Captain, are you there?
As long as you're Torn, I feel you're not. I feel this is poor advice.
I think we just lost Cap.
The one thing that Porn corrects in that is his grammar. Oh, fuck.
Is Captain there for you guys?
No, he's not.
I see a frozen image of Captain.
Like
Uh-oh.
on the stream, it's a black screen.
Oh, there it went.
Correct. Good grief, man.
There he goes. He's gone.
Yeah, now he's gone for real now.
He just got tired of our
Now
shit.
everything is.
Oh my
now
god!
everything
Holy
is
shit! I
messed up
didn't
on-
need to change anything.
He didn't need to change anything? Oh, fuck. It's a
Wait,
miracle.
where'd he go?
I don't know. I think his thing just dropped. So I'll
His
let him know.
thing?
Just his internet, whatever.
Captain,
in the-
come back.
In this.
You can blame it all on Dev.
Fuck off.
He was
Of
wrong.
the playground king, because we were making. I showed it off, but it was because we were joking about my crown. You know, and I just said I will fucking rock the playground king outfit.
Mhm.
I'd fucking do it.
Wait, did we not show that? I thought we showed it. Oh, you showed it on your phone. That don't.
Do you realize how hard it is to show it on stream
I
from
don't
Discord?
give a shit. Like that's like it's wonderful though. I mean, come on.
Putting the pressure on to put
Well-
on high quality content here, Dev.
Well, like now, see, here's the thing. I can give him shit because I'm not hosting. And I hosted last night, and this is from the moron who muted his mic for the first 5 minutes of the
I was
fucking
gonna say.
podcast. So, dude, it was like the struggle bus didn't stop
Continue.
there. Like my actual personal channel stream last
Hello!
night. Hey,
You know how
Oh,
long
I
it took me to
knew.
notice? You had like your kind of like sitting here listening look, and then I kind of looked over and
Yeah.
like he hasn't blinked for about 2 minutes.
he
Yeah.
hasn't blinked. He hasn't moved. I'm really certain he's not breathing.
So
My own channel, yeah, torn.
Yeah. So it that happened.
Cool.
computer or internet crash? Yes to both. Welcome back.
I feel welcomed back. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
We
You know,
miss
it only took us 5 minutes to realize you weren't actually there, but
Yeah, I was sitting there talking, and I suddenly kind of looked up. I'm like, he hasn't moved.
He hasn't moved.
like, should we call somebody?
Oh.
Should we call somebody?
Yeah, no, it's I can't remember what I was even talking about now before that.
I don't even fucking know.
I don't even care.
You know what we should talk about?
Something wacky.
Something wacky. Like a man
like
who
wacky.
is wanted by the police
Oh, I
Ooh.
love this article.
for stealing a chainsaw by sticking it in his pants.
So I didn't read this, but this makes me think of one of two things. He somehow
Oh, boy.
is normally so endowed that no one noticed that he subbed it down his pants,
Well,
or
if you're
or
watching the
two.
video,
Okay, here's his jacket. So he's like got the largest beer gut ever.
pretty much.
Is
Nice.
what he's going for.
too bad
might
it's not
think
the
someone
tested floor model.
Dude, he's
Well,
so...
what he did is pretty much just take the blade part, shove it next to his dick, down the jean leg, and then
Well, I bet if he accidentally started it. That's why they sell them with no fuel in them.
Yeah, that's why it should have been.
That's why they sell them with no fuel in it, so people don't cut their dick off when they try to steal the lawnmower.
Right. I mean,
that's
that's
just why they.
part of
Well,
the-
I mean, and little kids running around a store, you know.
Yeah, but more importantly,
TV, come here!
morons like this guy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you could probably go into that same store and you'll find like the starter fire logs right next to the long matches. So, but let's just say that this man.
You have
is
one of
being
those
dumb.
stores too, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, if you do see this man, do call the
Wait,
police.
what?
It's
Oh
in
wait, I didn't
Fresno,
realize Torrance
California. If you're in the Fresno area and you happen to see this older white gentleman with brown jacket who looks like he has an unusually large gut and or dick, please call the police immediately.
The
You know-
suspect drove off in a silver 1990s Ram pickup truck, according to the paper. The store owner, Jeff Bennett, said he was Dev scrolled as I was reading. Believes an accomplice was watching the location last week. You just get a feel for these people. Jesus.
Reed, that's Har Har's video game podcast. Is what Torn's trying to sell you on right now.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to do the job that he should be doing.
All I saw was that message. It messaged me to see what I could do, Torn. I'm like, what the fuck's Torn doing? And then I saw that. I go, oh, okay, that's actually pretty legit. I agree, since I'm also the host on that.
Oh.
Yeah, there's this show that's Dev's show on Thursdays. There's Jay's show on Wednesdays, and then there's my show on Sundays.
Ooh, fancy.
Right.
Or we do movies.
So I was really confused. But Dev is, my God.
You good there, bud?
Torn is doing his job as a co-host right now.
But I'll say this as co-host, he should be doing it.
Not while on the other person's show.
Yes.
Me and Torn are also both drunk, apparently. So
You're not even that drunk.
Says you.
give me a minute.
I know
No,
you're
I
close.
actually am at it. No, I'm not near as close as I'd like to be because I actually polished off my bourbon and I'm actually very sad about it.
You
Like I didn't have near as much left as I thought I did. I do believe Reed is disconnected again.
No, he's
I
here.
just
Okay, never
no,
mind.
I'm here. I'm here. Don't
He's
worry.
here.
Okay,
He's here.
so you can understand
worry.
our confusion, my confusion anyway, because you like went full statue mode for a good 2 seconds.
No, I was
Torn,
interested
you're
in the
fine,
story. I was
just
checking
ask-
out the stuff on the story.
Torn, you're fine. Just ask me next time.
Oh my gosh, Steven left. I'm gonna wait for Steven to come back. But I have to.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Okay,
no, this
so
is pretty funny.
the chainsaw, so this to me falls into the same. Thank you, Reed. This falls into the same category as the duct tape bandit. Y'all ever heard about this dude?
Do
The
we
duct
explain?
tape bandit. The duct tape bandit is what he was named by the news outlets, who went into a store and tried to rob it. And his mask was him wrapping duct tape around his dome, thus to conceal his identity. Needless to say, it did not go well, as during the robbery, the duct tape was impeding his vision, and patrons of the store were able to restrain him till the cops got there.
I would have loved to be the cop to be like, all right, buddy, time to reveal your identity. like,
We'll just treat it like a band-aid, brother. Just get it off quick. No, wait, no.
yeah. Oh man, you have to be fucking stupid to do that shit.
Yeah, he deserved every bit of that.
You're using the wrong tape at that point as well. There's tape that doesn't stick to skin that
duct-
sticks to itself.
I mean,
like, come on.
I thought it was a fake article,
Jeez.
and then it was a verified article. Like, I shit you not.
Yeah, people are dumb. Almost as dumb.
What
'Cause this
what
week-
kind of tape? Hang on 1 second. I wasn't here for that conversation. What kind of tape was stuck to where?
Duct tape. The duct tape bandit. You ever heard about this dude?
I have not.
So as I was just
That was
telling
dumb
them,
the second time.
essentially, this guy tried to rob a store, and his mask, his robbery mask, was him duct taping his face.
Okay.
So yeah, it was absolutely.
God damn
Sounds
it,
like-
Torn.
8 out of 10 would totally rob again.
Yeah,
I feel like-
absolutely.
I feel like I don't know. Like, I guess I shouldn't judge robbers, but like, how can you be this dumb? Like,
Dude, I grew up watching World's Dumbest because of how dumb robbers and criminals can be. Like,
World's Dumbest Criminal number 25.
it's
Dude,
just like,
swear,
I feel like
this
as an
dude has
officer,
to still be in the top 20. I mean,
If I-
at the minimum.
if I'm an officer and I see this, like, I'm gonna just let the dude go. Like, he clearly has nothing better going on in his life. Like, you're walking into a store and trying to rob it with duct tape wrapped around your face. I feel bad. Like, honestly, at that point, I'm surprised the patrons didn't just laugh at his ass while he was standing there.
They probably
Like,
did laugh at it.
Like that. that scene had to be so serious. Like, he must have had a gun, a giant AK, like, pointed at every single person with multiple arms, because otherwise I can't stop laughing. Like, I'm dying. Like, you really just walked up in here with your face completely covered like this, with like little eye slits that you thought were a good idea, and the shit stuck to your face, and you have to fucking tear that shit open so you can see, and you're like, give me other movie. Huh? Give me other movie.
No, he's got it around his looks like good. I can't move my kid. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Sir, I'm not sure if you're asking for more duct tape or if you're asking for the money in the register. Please try and be clearer.
Number 2. You need to go number 2? Like, at least figure out if you got proof of concept as well. Like,
I was about to say, he probably forgot to check to see if he could see or talk.
But it's not a mask. He literally taped tape around his head. So it's not even like something you can be like, oh, well, I tried it on last night and the shit didn't work. I fucking tied tape around my head and it tied so tight I can't see shit. Like, you know what my first thought is? Okay, for some reason I had the dumbest idea to wrap tape around my head. But I taped it right before I go into the store. I can't see the door. Probably should fucking turn around. Or at least, fix that shit before I go in the building. But, maybe I'm feeling balls and I still go inside, right? I don't know why I went inside. I'm gonna turn my ass around. There's no point. I'm gonna play it off as I'm cosplaying for something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Hush from the Batman suit. Yeah. I gotta go. My mom's
where's
making dinner.
Bruce Wayne? I need
to go.
That's a good way of putting it. I'm cosplaying Hush.
I'm just imagining the guy sitting right outside the store now with like rolled duct tape. All right, I'm gonna get him. Like looking inside as he's wrapping his head. Like, this is totally gonna work. He'll never see this coming.
No, you won't.
Yeah, let's just say he was in a pretty sticky situation.
Beat me to it.
Got him.
I mean, like, I just,
he ducked the tape, but not the prison time.
Oh!
Jeez.
Oh, God. That one was good.
Okay. I just get fired off the podcast? Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, dude, trust me, my jokes are way worse.
Did Jay just come back triple wielding? Not even dual wielding.
He's triple fisting.
Yeah, are you triple fisting some stuff there, Jay? You're muted, by the way, but,
No, I knew I was muted.
Okay. Oh.
Reed just went. To answer your question, no, not triple, double. I couldn't find the third.
There we go.
Hit the wrong button?
Yeah, I can't. I freaking love Torn. I love Torn.
Just know, Steven,
Wait, what? Hang on. No. What'd he do?
look in chat.
It's not even that. It's literally I added Torn on Discord and he sends me a link to the Discord, but the link he sent me is not like a voice chat link, so it takes me to like the general chat, so it puts me in the general chat from
What
the
general
invitation
chat did he invite you to?
to the Har Har Podcast. the Har Har HQ.
God
So that-
damn it, Corn!
Well, the thing is, again, here's the thing. Like, his heart was in the right place here.
It's funny because my dumbass just insta clicks the Discord.
The problem with that, and this is no offense to anyone else, but that's supposed to be the Har Har members Discord.
Yeah, this is supposed to be where we communicate to get things done behind the scenes, not where we get anybody in to communicate with people. Sorry.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
I'm in too deep.
That's
Well, everyone, we
funny.
have a new member.
Yeah. Congratulations, now you have an obligation. We're gonna yell at you every week if you're not. I will yell at you every week.
That's the thing. I don't think at that point. I don't think we gotta worry about kicking him out. He'll just leave himself. In the chat. Oh shit.
So, Captain Reid, do you have a pitch for the podcast you want to host next week?
Oh, we just get people together and then we say random ass shit.
Oh,
We
that's
already
good.
have that
Perfect.
podcast. We
We're
have.
good.
I think we have that. I think that idea.
We do have an opening for an anime podcast host. So
Anime
Yeah, because sorry, we're firing the potential other host for that. I'm joking, by
that
the way.
anime podcast. That anime that is our white whale right
Hey,
now.
no, it's not. We are closer to that right now than we've been for a little bit.
Torn is apparently laying claim to it, but
the anime podcast.
Like, you guys get certain people that come like specifically on certain days for each podcast.
Yeah, we have certain
Yep.
people for each. Like me and Steven are always on the Sunday show. I'm pretty much always on this show. Jay.
Oh no,
and-
I meant
oh.
like viewers.
Oh well, yeah.
If,
People,
like, you
certain
get
people do
viewers
come
that
for certain
specifically-
ones.
Oh, okay.
Depending on what they're looking for. Like they're like also kind of circles with whose community is on that at the time too. Like certain
Oh,
people's
okay,
communities will come in depending on the show, and then we have certain people who will just show up. So we have like consistent ones who show up through all of them, certain ones who will show up for certain ones. Yeah, that's how that works. God, I love you, Torn, you dumb motherfucker. God. Also, Steven, please blur out Torn's name in the video.
No, I'm gonna make it bigger.
No,
Yeah.
not make the numbers on there. I don't need him to be berated on goddamn Discord.
Oh yeah.
When it goes
Because
up
it
to
shows up
YouTube
on
in
the
2 days,
YouTube.
yeah.
Ugh.
The ladies start just harassing him on Discord, sending him news.
well,
and-
hang on. If it's ladies
Rude
harassing him,
messages.
he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna.
No,
object
I'm
to
more
it.
saying because in the we're future proofing, essentially, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
We blur out your Discord name because
He's
then
saying
people
leave-
can't trace it. I know you're saying leave it. I don't care because if we end up in the same location in the future and people trace your goddamn name through some IP bullshit.
I'll
Oh, so
bring
this
the
is-
storm.
This is for your benefit.
It's for all of our benefits, not just mine. It's Har Har
Oh,
as a
boy.
whole.
Oh boy.
So speaking of idiots, we have two wacky news stories this week.
Oh my
How
God.
the
How
second
can we
one-
upstage.
Well, I'll tell you how we upstaged a guy putting a chainsaw in his pants.
Is
With
it-
the
duct
two
tape
men
in his
arrested for taking turns shooting at each other.
So a duel.
No, like as in, it's like okay, your turn. Like a duel is like they both try to shoot each other at the same
No,
time.
they were wearing a bulletproof vest and taking turns shooting at each other with them.
Why do I feel like I know these people?
I mean,
They look like somebody I would have met growing up.
That sounds
Boy,
like
I'm-
Charles
I'm-
Darwin's work at.
I'm really glad I'm not the only one that can say that.
no, me and Steven both like the same thing. Growing up where we lived, it's just like, yeah, this looks like the idiots in our town.
Yeah,
I mean-
kids in my town kind of did stupid shit. Somebody crashed one of their cars, and not some cheap ass car either, trying to shoot somebody with a water gun driving through traffic in the middle of my town. So
I've been hit with a water balloon walking home by someone in traffic. They just threw it.
I've been hit by a potato riding my bike home.
yeah, our township gets mad about us doing water wars. I think it's called. It's basically a game of water tag for like $1,500, something like that. It's actually high-key kind of stupid, and it's really like biased judging, which you would think it'd be like, how do you judge that? But it's like what counts as getting tagged, and like what counts as like people camp out and do stupid ass shit. Like technically you're not supposed to camp outside of people's houses and shit like that. It's really weird. Don't. My town needs help.
From the sky, it's a bird.
What the fuck?
Your
fucking
town needs to
mistakes,
get
man.
in line. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit, my
Dev,
bad.
you ruined it. You broke it.
I didn't
You
break
broke
anything.
it. You
No, I didn't
broke.
break anything.
Wait,
Why isn't
does
it working?
anybody here?
What?
What?
Does anybody know of Uber Danger?
What?
You know of Uber Danger?
No.
You broke the rules. You broke. No, it's an old ass video. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Oh,
From the sky, it's a bird. It's a plane.
Wait,
Stupid fucking mistakes, man.
I keep accidentally playing this stupid fucking mistake, man. That's not what I'm trying to do, Streamlabs. What a-
Oh my god, you
Here we
broke
go.
the rules.
Alright, There we go.
What is?
Alright. I need to get chat on the correct thing, so I have it there. Alright, now chat can show up on this.
Oh God.
Nice.
But yeah, they just start shooting at each other with a 22 at each other's vests, you know.
So what's the problem with natural selection? I don't get it.
It is. You know, but this did make me think of a track, sort of.
Dude, I love you, man.
I don't get it. I don't see what the problem is. Like, well, I guess maybe somebody else could get hit, but like the bulletproof vest should take most of it, and if it goes through, it hits somebody in their chest.
Dude, are you reading the article though? It's like the affidavit said the shots left a red mark on Ferris, and he was angry because it hurt.
And then the affidavit says Hicks then put on the vest, and Ferris unloaded the clip into his back, causing bruises but no serious injuries.
Damn,
This
dude,
is like a modern day Brokeback Mountain.
I'm trying to piece together.
Two men go on a hunting expedition together and unloads an entire clip into the other's back. He just comes home. He's like, yeah, I unloaded a clip into Ferris's back. He's like, honey, what kind of hunting trip were you on? We were just shooting at each other. Don't worry about it.
We were
Don't worry,
hunting the
they're
hardest
blanks.
sport. We were shooting.
They were
men.
bullets.
like
No, they weren't.
hardly different from around a paintball. Torn says no, Torn. Yeah.
I'd have
As
to
much
say
as
a
paintballs
22.
can make you go blind, I think bullets hurt a little more than
I think a
paintballs.
22 will actually, go through skin.
I'm pretty sure the 22 is the gun with the most
Depending
accidental.
Okay, so going through skin, that's not enough of a difference maker because depending on how high your velocity's turned up on a
Well,
paintball
high
gun-
velocity and freezing paintballs, yes, but I'm more saying like this will go through like into you.
Yeah.
22 will definitely pierce your skull. At least
Yeah.
22 's
maybe
enough.
not out.
Yeah, it'll pierce in and then bounce around for a little bit inside your brain.
Yeah.
But
It's a
I'll let-
bouncy house for bullets.
Yeah. Your skull, a bouncy house for bullets.
No, you
Bump,
just,
bump.
you just see it like a
Oh.
father 22 who's like, yo, I rented out this bouncy house for my fucking kids, and you just see, and it's fucking ruined, and you just see a bunch of bullets bouncing out of the sky.
they just don't stop.
Oh no!
My
Dude.
kids can't go in there.
Why is it
Freaking
bleeding?
Captain Reed's got a dark side, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, bullet bouncy house,
Oh my
someone's brain
God.
getting put in a blender by a bullet.
It'd be like that sometimes.
But I'm also like, I know it wouldn't have punctured the I don't get the point of shooting at each other. Like, this reminds me of the story you guys heard about the YouTuber who had his girlfriend shoot a deagle at the phone book, right?
Yo, it's
he
called
had
clickbait.
he had himself hold a phone book and say, "This phone book will stop the deagle bullet." If you don't know, a deagle is a 50 caliber pistol.
Will you please call it a Desert Eagle?
Desert Eagle deagle, whatever.
No, Desert Eagle.
Yeah. Desert Deagle, whatever.
Yeah. It's like a beagle, but it's a deagle.
Oh my God, Steven, you're not helping.
Desert breed of dog.
The Baltic
only person-
Eagle! The
You're the
desert
only person who's ever complained about that in my entire life, Jay.
No, just call it a
Uh,
Wandig. Just call it a Wandig.
A what?
A
Call it a
Wandig?
hand cannon.
Like one tap, but then Wandig. It's a combination. Have you
Continue,
never played
Dev.
CS:GO? Okay, never mind.
Nope.
Actually, no, I never did.
Oh,
But
I'm
I'll
told,
say
I'm told
this:
I've missed out.
the bullet made it through the phone book, and the guy died.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, his pregnant girlfriend at the time, was charged, I think, with
reckless endangerment.
yes. Which it's a sad story because they were convinced it would work. She was just doing what her boyfriend, like she apparently was also not wanting to do it. Like,
Yeah. Earlier tests, according to them, said it worked, where it did get stuck in the book, but then that just one situation, it just went straight through. Which honestly, I think they should have invested in a bulletproof vest, even if they were just like,
and
whatever.
not aimed for the fucking head. Like,
He always aimed for
Oh
the
wait,
head.
did he get shot in the head?
I think it
didn't
was the
know.
head, if I remember correctly. I
Oh,
could
I
remember
thought it
wrong,
was-
but I thought it was the head. I thought he
Wait,
held it
Like,
like
how much
this.
of a death wish do you need to have?
No, it's
Yeah.
how much money do you want to make off of AdSense?
Yeah.
That literally was the reason why they did that. It was so that they could have the title of.
Touche.
Because, and I wouldn't say that YouTube culture has pushed them to that point, but it definitely pushes titles to that point where titles need to be something extreme so that they can get viewership out of it.
Yeah. I mean,
Because most people, if you
You
just put a normal
are
title,
not
they're not going to get the same
Yeah,
kind of
no.
viewership as when you put
Absolutely
some
not.
crazy, like, and then people complain about clickbait, but then when they're like, when you actually try to put a Bible up and cover yourself from getting shot, people are like, yeah, you're a dumbass.
no, yeah,
It's like-
he used the yellow books. Like, it was the phone book that he used.
Oh, yeah, it's just weird.
You know, it's a tragic story in a sense, you know what I mean? Because, like, it does also show where our culture has kind of gone at this point. Like, people do that shit all the time. And people do complain about clickbait, but, like, at the same time, clickbait gets views. Clickbait creates revenue. Like,
I literally just put in Desert Eagle. I put in phone book Desert Eagle. Oh yeah, versus a phone book.
Yeah. It's like Philip DeFranco talked about it the entire story as it developed.
Oh, freaking Philip.
Is
That's
that
much
another
less-
person you don't like?
No, actually, I do. I still watch him, but I don't watch. I don't know. I don't trust him as much because he was part of that. What's it called?
Oh,
the therapy scandal where people were getting paid like 200 a head for people that signed
Oh,
up for the program for the therapy thing, and apparently some people weren't therapists or that.
yeah.
Yeah, there was. I've heard about that. Yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
know what it's called.
there are some people who still actually promote them.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just more an issue of I feel like a lot of channels when they get caught in this, they don't backtrack because it makes them look bad.
I will say
Or
he
not
did.
backtrack. They it's never like a full faulted apology. Like we did wrong, blah blah blah. It's more like we didn't know this, or like when you have a full team, and apparently a lot of the stuff was in the contract. Like if they had what is it called? If they had read the contract, they would have seen that you didn't actually have to be a licensed psychiatrist to be a psychiatrist on the website.
It's
So-
getting help, right? It's BetterHelp. BetterHelp.
Yeah, BetterHelp. Yeah. Don't go to BetterHelp. Don't.
But
But yeah, that's the name of the service.
I will say this. Phil DeFranco did say, and he hasn't come out with it yet, but I know that they were planning on doing a full in-depth interview with it all, and he hasn't been since that story developed. He has not been sponsored by them since.
yeah.
So like he realized the situation, he was able to adapt to it, which I will say there are other YouTubers who would never have done that. They would have stuck with their guns, being like, "This is what I want to do," kind of thing. So it's also situational. I'll say that, depending on how you handle what you do with that. So I don't know. It's shitty, especially as someone who deals with, mental health stuff, and I had debated using BetterHelp. I'm glad I didn't, because that would have sucked going through that shit, because it's just taking advantage, like, it just seems like taking advantage of people who actually need the help. Just scummy as fuck.
Yeah, and then also I feel like not only that, but I think it also pushes. We're already in a time where the narrative of, oh, you need a label for who you are, is being pushed so hard that then you have a product like this where you're getting $200 a person, and you're basically advertising to people, well, even if you can't sleep at night, or like if it's as simple as you can't sleep at night, check out BetterHelp. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it gets it, and then it becomes like, is what they're telling me genuine because they care about me, or is it because they then know, like, if I feel this insecurity about who I am as a person, that I'll go and check out this website, and then they'll make $200 off of each sign up.
Yeah. And I feel like it's probably, like, depending on the content creator, it's probably both in some scenarios where it's like, hey, I get a benefit from this and I can help people out.
Well, here's the thing. You know, it's probably a lot to ask for in this day and age, but you know, whether it's the question between genuine or profit, I would like to see profit as earned by consequence of being genuine. You know, I would love to see that more rather than just because, you know, if you do it well, you're gonna get profit. Yeah, that's a fact. But people doing it for the motivation of profit versus people doing it for the motivation of genuine.
I mean,
I would like to see the second part win more.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this about Twitch itself with multiple different guests on here, but like, you're more successful on Twitch more than likely if you're going at it to be a genuine person on there, like genuinely.
Really
like,
are.
Well, maybe not genuine person, but like genuinely trying to just create content
or mimic the effects or the look of
instead
genuine
of
connection.
Yeah, instead of just going in it like, I'm just gonna become a famous streamer and make money.
See, that's the thing, and those people come at it from a sense of entitlement. It's like, just because I'm streaming, it means I should automatically get success and do all this other shit. Versus, you know, the genuine people will make content in their mind. They're gonna make content with the mindset of, I want to make something that makes people want to come to my channel. Like, if I'm not putting out content to make people want to come to my channel, then I'm not going to get the views. I'm not going to get the follows or the subs. And people know that, and they'll adjust accordingly, versus these other people who are just like, I'm just going to do it.
Well, it reminds me of a story of when I've talked about this a couple times, I think, but I don't know if I've talked about it on this podcast. But I had a friend back in high school who kind of disappeared for a few years from my life. He tried to get back into it. Once I started streaming, he started to try to get really involved in my life again. Which immediately for my brain was immediately suspect. I was like, bro, like, this automatically looks like you're trying to ride the train that I'm like, because at that time I had hit my first like growth on Twitch. Like, I went from like 20 or followers over to 100, like over like that like 2-month period. And it looked really suspect that all of a sudden he's trying to get involved in my life, like messaging me all the time, stuff like that. And I remember, like, it was right before I had hit 100. He's like, yo, you should look at, you know, getting shirts and stuff done. You know, that kind of stuff. Get some, like, product out there. And then you could wear it on stream and people would be like, hey, where'd you get that kind of thing? And I was gonna be like, one, I'm not even at 100 fucking followers. That's not a thought in my mind right now. That's down the road. Like, maybe, like, other than, like, if it's a thought in my mind, it's, like, down the road thought. Like, you know, once I hit this point, then I can, you know, do this kind of stuff. But it wasn't something I was thinking about at the time. I'm like, and two, I don't want to, I'm not going to do that yet. 'Cause it's just, like, it feels very, I'm not 100 followers and I'm trying to make money off of you. Hey.
Right.
And at this time, this is a hobby for me. Like,
right back.
Go ahead. At that time, it was literally just, I had just started streaming pretty much. Like, this whole channel itself was not even a fucking, like, concept yet. Like, it was a concept to me, but the people involved weren't who they are, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't have any idea who would be involved in it at the time. I just had the idea of doing a podcast channel. I wasn't focused on making a fucking shirt at the time. Like, and it was one of those things I'm just like, man, you are going about this you are looking at this the wrong way. And then suddenly, because this is at the time I was still DorkyDev gaming, and immediately all of a sudden he makes his channel, So-and-so Fly Gaming. And I was like, all right, you kind of, like, I don't want to be that guy, but it's like his lettering was the exact same amount of letters as mine. His first name is 5 letters, which Dorky is 5 letters, Fly is 3 letters, Dev is 3 letters, Gaming. And I was like, man, that is very similar to my name, even the way that you're trying to.
Part of you was like, in your head, it's like, coincidence? I think not.
Pretty much, which I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, This was just after I had made my account, made my name, made DorkyDev Gaming. Like, I was still, my symbol was still DDG at the time. Like, that was what it was. So it was just like one of those things. I was like, man, it's not rubbing me the right way. I don't want to throw accusations out there, but, bro, like,
The fact of the matter is,
I mean, I haven't really talked to him in a long time since then. But like, it was just one of those things that like he had left our lives, for this gal, and then after hanging out with us once over like 2 years, he suddenly started to like try to claw his way back into our lives, being like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And I'm just kind of over here like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I mean, you made your decision. You pretty much cut us completely out of your life. I mean, you made that choice. I'm not the kind of person, like, I'm usually good at giving people a second chance, but in this scenario, it was just kind of like, man, we tried to hang out with you. We tried to do stuff with you, and you chose not to.
At that point?
I don't know. Yeah, it's just, at that point, what am I doing? Like, what am I, if I'm just gonna give you the opportunity to do that shit again? Waste my time? I don't know. It bothers me. Like, it's weird because, like, he will take that attitude. I'm just gonna mimic exactly what someone else is doing because they're just starting out and stuff like that. Like, it's weird to me. Like, and the idea that, like, I should be thinking about shirts before I hit 100, I was just like, why? Why would I be thinking about that? It's not something I want to think about right now. I'd rather focus, because at the time they just announced affiliate too, and I was like, I'd rather just focus on doing that. I mean, I got affiliate first week it happened.
Pogu.
Dude, it was awesome. I got the email. I was like, no, they made a mistake. There's no way. But it was just one of those things that, like, it was like that same week that he messaged me saying that. I was like, why are you doing this, man?
Why you do this, brother?
Why you do this?
Why you do this, man?
Why you do this?
Have you guys ever had like an incident like that though, with someone like being like, "Hey, you should focus on this kind of stuff"?
I mean, the closest I've ever had to that was I had this dude I used to work with was essentially involved in one of these pyramid scheme kind of things where it's like, I mean, it's essentially, it's what it was. Obviously he didn't call it that, but it was like, yeah, if you sell, this stuff and then you use this other stuff, it just went just this thing. And they were looking for a website designer, and that they had known that I did some web development, some coding and shit. And they were like, he was like, hey, yeah, I'll talk to the guy in charge. And I'm like, bless you again. God, you okay?
Yep.
And they were like, yeah, I'll talk to the guy in charge. And I'm like, whatever, And then apparently, I guess the guy was actually like somewhat interested, and I was just really uncomfortable with it because, like, number one, I didn't like the model of it.
I mean, period.
It's like, yeah, I mean, essentially, it was kind of the thing of somebody just using me for their benefit at the time. This is what it felt like. So, yeah, I kind of get that. Not necessarily riding the coattails of success, but more like of, hey, yeah, you have a skill set, and we could totally exploit it. That kind of thing.
What about you, Reed? You had one, I think.
No, I didn't have exactly that, but I just, if anything, it was just, I really had a lot of friends that I went to high school with. I don't think, how many? There's not many people that I went to high school with that know that I stream. And obviously I'm not big enough that it would be a blip on their radar. And I guess it's just really my close friends that know. I think somebody told me to make a shirt one time, but that was just kind of casual. And also, it was kind of funny. I got yelled at. Do you guys know anything about League?
I know very little.
Like any of the League, like YouTubers or anything?
Nope.
Nope.
If
I am.
I occasionally watch League tournaments.
Oh, okay. So then I would assume none of you know who Professor Milk is, but there
Did he do any of
is-
the ads for League of Legends?
Actually, he did.
Okay,
Yes.
then I might know who he is. Which of the animated ads did he do?
He did. Actually, here it's actually a really funny one. Like here, let's see. What's the name?
Oh wait, I can look that up. Duh.
It's Riot support.
Who is it? Captain Milk or what Milk?
Professor.
Professor.
Oh, wait, here. What it's called? What happens when I press Q? He's a very distinct voice. It's really good.
I watch League Tournament. Yeah, occasionally, like Fnatic as a team torn. Like I don't know.
No.
I just like them.
No, I'm kidding.
I was about to say,
No,
like, are you
Fnatic.
serious? Like,
Nah, I'm angry at everyone.
like, no, let's start that argument. Like, I'm totally down.
I don't know. I feel like G2 is definitely the super team.
They totally are, but I like Fnatic.
As much as I know that Reckless milked that crying that he did, not this past Worlds, but the Worlds before that. I think they've been doing a fantastic job. Brox has been my favorite thing to Fnatic, and I know he had a rough start, but he's really fun. And I was watching his stream. My dude had like 1,000 viewers, and he wasn't even partnered yet. Like Twitch was holding off giving him partnership for so long. It was ridiculous, and he wasn't signing up for the affiliate. So my dude was like running a 1,000-person stream with just a follow button. It was the funniest thing for like
What
I
the
think 3-4
fuck?
months. Well, Twitch had this problem where basically orgs would come at them and they were just like, all right, our mid laner, our jungler, our top laner, and our bot needs Twitch pages, and we want them partnered. And then they would just be like, partnered. But then the streamer would barely stream, or like stream every once in a while, and it would really just be for the deal, and then everybody in that org would just have a partnered stream. So then they kind of been like holding back on partnering people.
Right. Because they weren't representing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, as much as I wouldn't like this for myself, but I feel like if I get to the point of partner, I want it to be a decision that I make because I know that I want to continue. I
Right.
feel like partner should not be something that you're using casually.
Yeah,
If you're
no, I
casually
agree.
using Twitch, I don't think that
Absolutely.
you should be a partner. I feel like affiliate should be a good soft spot for people that do it casually, but then want to make a little bit of money off of it. But I feel like partnership should be something for people that are like, all right, I'm committed to doing this with Twitch, because I feel like there's so much leeway. And I'm not saying, obviously, if something happens terrible in your life and you need to take 3-4 months, even a year off, then do your thing, right? But there are certain people that have been just partnered just because they had partnered at either an earlier time, or
Yep.
they had partnered 2 years ago and they stopped because they were doing something else, and then they just come back and then they're still partnered, and it's not like a requirement to be
Well-
like, okay,
See, and one of the things on it is like, you do the little checklist now, right? Because a lot of people are under the impression that just because you meet the checklist for partnered, that you're
mhm,
automatically going to get it. No, it's you're eligible to apply to
Yep.
be a partner.
They
And
pick
one of the
you.
things that you do is like you have to say what sets your channel apart and all this other stuff. And that is, again, and people that get it, that are abusing it like that, yeah, I feel at that point you don't deserve it at that point. I agree 100% with you, is that if you are partnered, then you should definitely make the commitment to keep building and building on top of this, because Twitch has chosen you to represent their brand,
mm.
of the many faucets that it represents. And
But
it's just, yeah, and when people aren't doing that, and it's like, well, what's the point now?
oh, I thought there was a butt coming.
Nope.
Oh.
That's basically it.
I thought there was a butt coming.
There's always buttons coming depending on where you're looking, but
But no, for me, I'm gonna say this. There's a person that me and another friend on this podcast, on this channel, both kind of have issues with on Twitch, due to his attitude towards stuff. But he's partnered because he was part of a group, a team.
Mhm.
But he probably averages, honestly, when he does stream, like around this channel and my personal channel's viewership levels, which is good for our size. But if you're a partner, it's not as good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think at least 75 viewers. active at one point.
I'll
in
say
time
there
average.
are exceptions. I love the idea of making exceptions for people to become partner because they have unique settings.
Yeah.
Like if they have a unique setting to what they do, then let them be partner because they have that uniqueness to them. They have something that puts them out of the crowd. Like the dude who like has that whole setup where he's a cowboy in cardboard. Like his entire stream, like the only thing he has like available to be seen of him is actually his head. He puts on like a fake cardboard cowboy hat, but he has like a thing below him that's like a green screened on cowboy suit that's made out of cardboard. And he does scenes where he walks around in that thing. He has it animated so his head follows with it. But it's cool. It's so unique. That's his thing, you know? It's different. And he got partnered, it makes sense.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Are you looking at it now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's awesome. It's so cool.
What does I get here? This clip. This clip right here. Holy.
What the fuck?
Yo, this is amazing. Honestly, have you ever seen Sushi Dragon? I don't know if he does very similar things with like you know how like sitcoms have like laughing tracks? He does all of that live. And, like sometimes in a
awesome.
and he has a thing on his like arm that like not a calculator, a numpad where he can click and do different things. And he just has like sometimes these awkward streams where it's just like, hey, he makes like a really crazy joke and then he clicks it and then it does like a
freaking phenomenal.
like it's funny because
I love
sometimes
that.
oh he does like these dancing things where he's like dancing and then it has different angles and then it like adds them on the side and it does all these like trippy graphics that you usually see in like a video, but like it's in a live stream format.
Yeah.
And then he does that, and then it's funny when like the green screen falls off. I don't know if you guys ever seen the clip of like the dude who does the dog head and he's doing like this.
Yes.
With the dog head, and then the clip it goes away, and then you just see a normal ass dude just doing this.
and he notices like,
Imagine
my
the cowboy. Like all I can think about watching this is like, imagine he's just like in his box. He's just like, well, I'm in the green screen, so it doesn't really matter. So he's just like chilling, he's just dancing, and then one day the whole thing just falls, and you just see him chilling and dancing. in this like mocap outfit.
But that's
or
such a
something.
genuine moment is the thing that's about it too. Like that's a moment that you won't be able to recreate on other channels. I mean, and like let's say even smaller channels are like that. Like that's why like on my personal channel, that's why I try to embody the whole Dork King, you know, Dork Nation thing, because I enjoy the concept that is who I am. You know, that's what makes my channel unique. You're part of this group. I'm the Dork King. I'm trying to be as goofy as fuck as I can. I have the character Dorkbeard. I have characters that I play in other games. Like if I play Dead by Daylight, hi, I'm your friendly mechanic Dwight. How's it going? You know, I have these characters that I want to play. You know what I mean? Like I'm a character person. I like creating characters and being these characters and bringing this stuff to life and making people laugh by making dumb puns. Like I picked up goddamn what is it? I picked up Medley in goddamn Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and was like, this is how you pick up chicks. Like,
Oh my god.
and she's a bird person.
Haha.
Pick up chicks. Get it? Is exactly what I did. Like I went on that joke for like a good minute of just deadpanning the camera and going, you get it? Cause yeah, pick up chick. But that's just what I do, you know. But that's also just it's what me and my community have come to do. You know what I mean? Like it's expected. If there's a moment for me to make the worst pun possible and just deadpan it to you and be like, accept what has happened, I'm gonna do it.
So happy that you're honest enough.
Oh, I know my puns are the worst.
fact that it's like, I'm just gonna do the worst possible one.
Yeah.
And just make it a deadpan delivery. You could not have explained or sold that any better.
But that's what I do. That's genuinely what I do.
That is exactly what you do. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't try to over embellish it. Is that you called it for what it was.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just.
I appreciate you for that.
But that's the thing. Like, everyone's channel has a uniqueness to it. You know what I mean? Like.
Yep.
That's what you need to do, and like, that's when I'm like, that person deserves to be partnered. You know what I mean? Like, the person with the cardboard cutout cowboy deserves to be partnered.
This is amazing.
Are you watching more of it?
He's doing like the thing. You know the da, 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 da. Yeah, he's doing a version of that, but on stream. That's oh my god.
Like, you can't like, that is his. You know what I mean? Like, that is his
Nobody
idea.
can take that. Like,
one thing that I would say about that is I'm interested in how he transcends that into other media, because I feel like this could also easily be, yeah, you remember that dude from 2019 that used to dress up as a cowboy? Yeah, this is him, and it just shows a picture like he works at like Subway or something because he can't stream anymore and he can't do anything outside of being like I'm not trying to raid on his prayer. I'm just like, because you always have that thing where you're just like, shit, this is gonna live on forever, and then it's like,
Oh no.
and then at some point it's gonna die, and it's like,
Well, I mean, we talked about it earlier with Ninja, like that he came to a height and he's gone down a little bit, but like, in my opinion, I think it's more of a like, not to go back to it, I just watch him a lot. Is Philip Franco talks about, you got to make sure that you diversitize what you do. Like,
yeah,
you can't have all your eggs in one basket.
Like, look at the people who did like
and
Twitch
he
emotes.
does. Well, and as far as Ninja goes, he'll do Apex and
Well, he doesn't have all his eggs in one basket.
Yeah, right.
True.
But he had a lot of them in one basket, though. With
It's a big ass Fortnite basket.
It was a big ass Fortnite basket, but he was able to diversify, into Apex and this other stuff. Now, granted, he is known for Fortnite for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he was going into the Apex realm with Tim and all these other guys. So, yeah.
It's kind of funny that people were calling him out like, oh yeah, you got paid $1 million to play Apex, and then they were like, look at people like Shroud and Forsen who just played it out of the kindness of their heart. They just enjoy the game, and people were like,
Yeah.
They got paid too.
they got paid also.
Right,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
they just played it
these
longer.
People are still making money. That's the thing. Like.
Well, they were paid to play it for a set amount of time, and they had the
Yeah.
choice to play after.
Yeah.
And the people
Yeah.
chose to keep playing it.
Yeah, they were just like.
I
they
don't
were just like,
think-
hey, cool advertisement money. Cool, I'll get into this. And then they kept playing it because they're like, wow, this is actually, I'm having fun, guys. Like, let's do it.
Now, the part that I have, like, issues with is
It's
when
that
all of a
simple.
sudden the Apex Games channel started donating a bunch of subs to channels.
They were donating subs.
Yeah, they were
I
gifting a
didn't
bunch
know
of
that.
subs to, like, they gifted
Wow.
like 400 subs to Shroud's channel.
Holy shit.
I feel like donating subs is just like a show, but like in reality, yeah, just put that money in my pocket, please, because I split that with Twitch every day.
Well, it's
time
not
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
about to
that.
say, like, for real. Like, it's like,
It doesn't make
Yeah, I
it,
think-
it's like a way to get around the advertising thing. You know what I mean?
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, if Apex is like, hey, you're playing our game and we want to pay you to play our game, but we don't want you to have to say #ad because that creates less revenue for you, or it creates less viewership for you because people see the ad part and it doesn't work. Well, here's subs instead. But they don't say that out loud, if that makes sense. Like, they don't put that into like any form of writing or any call or anything like that. They just kind of imply it without it being able to be proved. That's a way around it. Because it's a
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Twitch will ever do anything about it because for them it's a lucrative way that they also make money off of. So I would not be surprised if Twitch just never said anything about it.
Yeah.
But me personally, I would never go into a deal like that. That just doesn't make any sense for me because I'd rather you pay me and then I get my money instead of saying, okay, yeah, so unless, once again, I think I would have to do the math on that. But like, yeah, but then again, I'm gonna be real with you. I think it just looks better community-wise because then now you have 400 people that are like, "Yay, I got a sub! Yay!"
Thanks,
Like,
Apex.
Which is why they do it. That's exactly why. It's
It's
because
a huge PR move.
it's a 100%. And honestly, for Apex, it's actually one of the best PR moves they could make on multiple fronts. Because on the one hand, it's like we're supporting this streamer who's playing.
Well,
our
it wasn't
game.
just
He's
Shroud as
also
well. It was
popular.
other channels as well that they
Right.
donated to.
Just Shroud as an example. So we're supporting Shroud, who's playing our game. So we're going to gift him so many gifted subs, who is going to make so many other people in his channel happy that, oh, hey, cool. Like, I got a free sub to Shroud's channel for free. And so I have all his emotes and the badge and like all this other stuff. And it's just all these good things that just that just snowball into Shroud's community and thus into the Twitch community. And so Apex looks cool, Shroud looks cool, just, everybody wins at that point. It's just one big happy thing.
Except you get the problem. I will say this, and not just to counterpoint, you do get the problem of that. Then people can get around the things that have been set up for what runs the goddamn like advertising and stuff like that for the government. Fuck. Is it the FCC? I think it's the FCC, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
But it's almost a way to get around the FCC with advertisements. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, technically, if the loophole's there, go for it. But it's one of those things
I mean,
that...
as far as, like, you're arguing with the wrong guy as far as that goes. It's like, if it gets around them, I'm like, I don't really care.
Fair. I don't know. It's just my opinion on it, though, as well. So, yeah, that was good, right?
All right, so in
This is my new
terms of
favorite
Twitch news,
Are we? Do we want to keep going in this?
So I'd like it if we wrapped up soon.
Cardboard cowboy.
so that's the thing. I want to talk about I want us to wrap up. I don't want us to wrap up on the feel good thing.
Yes, let's do that. Let's wrap up with the last thing that we said we were
I
going to talk about.
actually didn't realize what time it was until just now.
Fair.
I'm with Steven.
Hold on, I gotta go get it real quick.
This was super cool. See, even Dragon, it was like, damn, I didn't think y'all was gonna be talking. It was like,
Yeah, she
Whatever.
sent me a message on Discord like, "Hey, how was the show?" I was like, "It's still going."
Oh, relax, you.
like what the
Relax.
hell?
I need to go to bed in 45 minutes, guys.
Once again,
Wait,
you
in
broke the
45 minutes or like 45
Yes.
minutes ago? Like, what are you talking about?
In 45 minutes. I have
Watch
to
this.
be-
Watch this. Hang on. Let's just let this play. This is so cool.
Oh, I gotta pause the music in the background. Okay. Boop, boop.
Chill hop.
Hey, Rusher.
Hey, how are you?
Right. Yeah, and I gotta play ESO with Dragon, so
I've been
like I'm
better,
committed, guys.
but How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. Where do you want to go?
I'm sorry.
50, 57? 50?
Well,
57? Are you
Sorry.
kidding me?
I'm not very good. I only had a deagle in it.
No.
Yeah.
That was not your fault. That was all my fault. I got shot. I hit him for 57, and he hit me around the wall. Okay, so you ready for my link for my stream?
Yes.
Okay. It's twitch.tv/
Tim the Tap Man.
What? I can't stream right now because I only have like a $50
Yeah.
central processing unit, but
How old are you?
14. Tim, you gave me 1,100 followers.
That's nuts. That's awesome, dude.
Thank you so much. I can get a supporter creator code now.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know if I think they'll give it to you. I'm not sure. Someone's also telling you to check your donations. I don't know how you do that, but
That's adorable.
My donations?
evidently.
I got
Oh, it froze. Damn it.
10. Tim, what's happening right now?
I know.
You got what?
I'm getting so much money right now. I'm about to be able to pay for my computer.
Nice,
Oh
man, you're
my
streamer.
God.
Congrats.
Oh my gosh. Tim, I love you so much. You made my 2019. This is the best day of my life.
That's just heart. That just warms your heart.
Thank you so much.
No
There
problem,
you go.
man. No problem.
Oh, made by
You're a good
2019.
kid.
Come
Here's
on.
the thing too. You're a real nice kid, right? You're not like
Yeah.
you're very respectful and, you know.
Aw, that's a good note to go out on.
Yeah,
So-
that's adorable.
I retweeted this, and in the tweet I said, dude, I choked up a little. I'm not even lying. Even now I'm like I'm fighting that back because that is freaking awesome.
It's good.
Like, come on,
Well, I guess on that note,
If
dude, that's
only-
like probably one of the best notes we would ever close on. Like,
Yeah.
like real talk.
Captain Reid,
Yes.
where can people find you? And what can people find you on?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch as OGCaptainReid. Yes. That shall be all.
Short, sweet. Way of putting it.
And
I like it. It's probably one of
point.
the better plugs we've ever had on any of our.
Jay!
All right, guys. So twitch.tv/CaverJay or on Twitter Caver_J. That motherfucker. Whatever. And as a side note, I also do have an Instagram account to where, because I do photography as a hobby, I will occasionally post pictures on there. Instagram handle is also CaverJay. I do have an actual streaming schedule, guys. Monday, Wednesday will actually be the new schedule starting next week. I might do one other stream this week before that happens. But stay tuned. Follow the Twitter for sure for updates.
Shriek Ups!
And of course, see T-Pop on Wednesdays.
I do stuff sometimes on Twitch and YouTube, and that's about it. You can watch me mostly on here. And if you really want to watch T-Pop, you could watch the new episode of T-Pop that was yesterday's stream tomorrow on YouTube. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
You are the most unenthusiastic one out of all.
I'm so tired!
The most.
Fuck, I didn't set that command up there. And I'm your host, DorkyDev, but you knew that. You can find me, Twitch and Twitter, at DorkyDev, and the DorkyDev on Instagram if you want to follow me there. But make sure, most of all, you follow Har Har HQ on Twitter. Keeps you up to date with all of our content coming out. And we do cool stuff over there. We have plans for polls and stuff like that involved with the other podcasts and all that fun stuff. And in chat below, make sure you hit that link. Go check out the YouTube channel where we're posting the videos for each of our podcasts, all three of them, with Critically Casual on Sundays, live on Twitch, with T-Pop live on Twitch at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesdays, and this one at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursdays. Each of the shows will go up at 10 p.m. Pacific or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube, 2 days after they air, just to make sure that we don't hit that 24-hour window that Twitch has. But make sure you check us out there so you can watch the videos and keep up to date with everything. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you guys. We will see you guys probably.
There you go.
Yeah, we will see you guys, what, like, a few days? Probably for, Critically Casual, so.
We'll see you when we see you.
Yeah.
When you see it. Yeah, that's about as honest as we can get with that.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Good night.
Good night.
Adios.